I went from being completely lost and distracted to building a 7-figure business. I did that by rewiring my brain for success. And what I did is possible for anyone to replicate. So listen, your brain, I believe, is already designed for success, but it's been hijacked. Instead of using it to build wealth, freedom, and achievement, you're actually stuck chasing likes or game levels or pointless status signals. So today, I'm going to show you how to take back control of your brain's reward system and use it to win in business and life. We'll start by understanding the natural wiring of your brain, identify how it's been hijacked, and then I'll guide you step by step on how to rewire your brain for massive success. So let's dive straight into this.
So my name is James Eardley. I've generated over 7 figures in sales with my e-commerce business, and that has allowed me a level of time, location and financial freedom so I can create these videos to help you to achieve the same success. And so I'm going to break down today, I've created this Miro board to explain exactly how I rewired my brain for online business success. And these are repeatable steps that anyone can take, because I know for a fact the good news is that our brains are already set up for success. We don't have to completely rewire our brains. We just need to use the already built-in systems that are there for us in order for us to push them to our advantage. So what I mean by this is that I believe that human beings have been built with a built-in success system. We're striving not only to survive but also to thrive as a species, and the way we've done that is by having a very clever built-in system for success. And so that means we are already naturally, as humans, striving for progress and status, and that's how we've been able to evolve towards success. And that is built into us. Now, the reason I know that's built into us is because think about when you make progress, you're always treated with dopamine. It feels nice to know that you're on an upward trajectory, no matter what that is. So progress literally means we have a sense of wanting to move forward. And status means that we all have a built-in desire to be recognised. We all want to be recognised in one way or another. You know, whether that's by people that you look up to, whether that's by people that you're attracted to, whatever it is, we have a built-in desire to be recognised and to have some status. And so this system has evolved for real-world achievement. But what's actually happening now is it's been hijacked for external things instead. So rather than back in the day, everyone was using naturally this built-in success system for real-world progress and real-world status. Instead, nowadays, we are actually been hijacked so that we're getting these progress and status things that we desire so deeply through external sources that are actually great in the short term because they're giving us dopamine, like gaming or instant pleasure. But really, we need to put in this inbuilt success system toward long-term growth. Yeah. And I've got a great example of this. I mean, think about how many people nowadays are obsessed with sport. Now, I'm not saying sport is bad, but what I am saying sport does is it replaces that desire for progress. Because when we watch sport and we watch our team win, we feel like it's our team. We feel part of that success. We feel part of that forward progress. And so although our lives might not be making any significant steps forward, we are giving ourselves that reward of progress that we're built into desire without actually making any positive moves. So there's 3 main ways that our system has been hijacked, or 3 obvious ways, and this is the ways that my life was hijacked, and I had to rewire myself out of this. I was already getting my progress, I was already getting my status from things like social media, gaming, and sports/entertainment. And that led to me with a big unhappy face, because although I felt like every day I was getting my needs met for success, because I was feeling progress, I was feeling status, I was actually being hijacked, and my system that was designed so properly for real world success was actually being wasted on leveling up in a game, or getting a higher kill-death ratio on Call of Duty, or getting likes and comments on my social media posts or my Instagram stories. And then I was feeling like I was getting status from that as well. Or perhaps my sports addiction in following sports teams, that was giving me senses of progress that was just taking me away from the progress that I should have been getting from real world achievement. And it was sapping me of energy. So I could give less to real world achievements, less to building a business, because I already felt like I was getting those needs met. And so that built-in desire for success and progress and status were being hijacked, and it was taking away my energy. A big one for me was that addiction to gaming, and gaming is perfectly set up to hijack both status and progress. Think about it, it's made in a way that you have to progress through levels. I mean, no matter what game you play, they'd normally have some sort of progress built in. And also they have status built in because you achieve ranks, you achieve levels. And so we need to try and move away from that and actually change them to real life success and make real life success the game rather than these external games that make no difference to your longer term life. So moving forward to the positive things is the way that we can actually turn our business or our long-term success into a game. We can use these things, these built-in things that we have in our brain, and we can use the things that the companies that hijack us are using to reward us instead of the games rewarding us or the social media rewarding us. So, for example, the first thing we can do is we can use levels and progress in our own self-improvement and our own businesses that we're creating. And a great way to do this is, for example, inside the Relentless Co community that I run, we have a leaderboard, and we have a way for you to rank up the leaderboard based on the things that you're sharing and the value that you're providing and being consistent with your self-improvement. So here's a shout out to some of the people that are in the community that are on the leaderboard that we've set up. And what that gives to these people is levels. It gives them different names and titles inside the community. It also unlocks different resources as they climb the levels. And so it's incentivizing and it's gamifying that process of working on your self-improvement, sharing your business progress with a community, and genuinely taking action towards the goals that you want to achieve. So we've built in that levels and progress rather than it being hijacked and wasted on things that don't matter, for things that truly make a difference to your self-improvement and your business growth. Next, we can make sure that there's challenge and growth involved in whatever goals that we've got set. And business, this is completely built in. No matter what business you grow, if you're working on a business or you're working on yourself, you will naturally come across challenges and obstacles, and every time that will give you that sense of pushing and learning and giving you a challenge that games do, but we can actually use to our own advantage. So when I was growing my business, I had this problem before when my brain was wired, or it was getting distracted by gaming or social media. And every time I went to set up my business, I didn't see that in the same way that I should have been seeing it as I was seeing games. Because when I was playing a game, like for example Call of Duty Warzone or Subway Surfers, these things that I've talked about in previous videos that I've been addicted to in the past, what I didn't realise at the time they were doing to me was giving me just a right amount of challenge. So I felt challenged, but I was also succeeding through those challenges in just about the right amount of time to make me always feel motivated to continue through the challenge. And so I didn't apply that same thing, and I had to learn to apply that same process of being challenged and that desire to grow to my business, just as I was doing with the games that I was playing and I was so easily to get addicted to. So think about when you approach a challenge in your business or your personal development and you find it hard to get to the gym or you lose motivation to work on your business. Instead of seeing that as something that should be a full stop and it's like we're going to quit because we don't have the motivation to do something, see it as the same way you'd see a challenge in sport or a game that you're playing. You see it as a challenge that you can work on and improve on. And instead of seeing it as something that's a full stop and something that's annoying and that will hold you back and make you feel frustrated, see it as a challenge that you can learn from and grow from instead. And another great way is to make sure that you're seeing your map to progress constantly littered by quick wins, because they lead to bigger wins. So instead of always being results based, start to change your mindset to be more process based. So this is something I had to learn when I was first getting into business. I was always obsessed with this idea of 10k a month or doing 100k a month in revenue. And what that meant is I was always waiting for this big win, and I would only celebrate if I was achieving this big result that I'd set for myself. What I should have done, and what I now advise to people, is that you set your goals and you achieve wins and you celebrate wins around the processes that you've set. So instead of signing 5 new suppliers for an e-commerce business as your goal should actually be contact 10 suppliers, because that's around the process rather than around the result. And what that means is you've got more wins to celebrate because you're more in control of it, and ultimately those small quick wins lead to bigger wins in the long run. So this little graph here shows you the power of small wins. If you think about, you are here now and this is your end goal that you want to get to, the way you guarantee that you continue moving forward is not by just focusing on this, because that's overwhelming and a long distance away. think about all the different wins that you'll get along the way. And they'll keep you going. So when you hit this win, you'll be motivated for the next one. And then you'll be motivated to keep going for the next win. And that win will push you on to the next, and so on and so forth, all the way up to your goal. Small wins lead to bigger wins, which leads to long-term success. So now, here are some success hacks to make it easier for you to rewire your brain to achieve success as well. Environment and community. I've already talked about being driven by certain things. Another deep desire that we have is to fit in and to rise a social ladder and to connect with people. A quick way to do that is to make sure that you're around people and you're wanting to fit in with people that you aspire to be like and who have achieved the goals that you want to achieve. So why not, if you know you have a desire for status and fitting in and rising a social ladder, make that people, that community, that environment, make it a community that you know would lead to your goals. So instead of getting into a community of people that aren't achieving your goals and giving yourself that need to fit into those people, get around an aspirational community that makes you want to push yourself every single day, because you'll then rise that social ladder naturally by the way that you're built, and then you'll be connecting with people that you actually want to be like. So make it easy for yourself. Be around growth-focused people. Join ambitious communities who are going to push you on because they've got big goals for themselves, and make your goals public. It's such a big hack in life to actually tell people about the goals that you've got. I've read incredible statistics about how the chances of you succeeding are like 60% higher if you just tell one person what goal it is you're going to achieve. And then that raises even higher, above 60%, up to like 80%, when you tell people day in, day out, and you check in with people who know what your goals are. So it's an incredible way to make it easy for yourself to succeed. So remember, from this video today, understand that your brain is a success machine. It naturally wants you to succeed. It's set up and built in to be wired to go towards progress, to be wired to go towards status. So stop allowing it to be hijacked by the things that are pulling you and distracting you away from your main goal, and only allow yourself to be focused on the things that will truly make a big difference for your future. So I hope you've enjoyed the video today. If you have, let me know in the comments and tell me how you're going to plan on rewiring your brain for success. Okay, with that said, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next video.